I figure in 2022 we subscribe for movies and music, and some of us even subscribe for food, so why not subscribe for stationery? Hi, I'm Erin, and I'm a self-confessed stationery tragic. So when subscription boxes started popping up on my Facebook and Instagram feeds, you could say I was susceptible. As an avid bullet journaler and creator of bullet journaling and stationery content here on YouTube, when I started getting ads for the Paper Club, I was like, I have a duty to my fellow stationery addicted citizens to test this stuff out and see what it's like. So I tried the Paper Club monthly stationery box subscription, so you don't have to, but you might want to. I alluded to this a little bit there, but I make stationery content here on this channel and bullet journaling videos, so if you would like to stick around and see more of this kind of stuff in the future, hit subscribe down below, like the video, watch some more. I do also plan on trying some other subscription boxes for stationery, so maybe stick around if you'd like to see what else is out there. I want to see what else is out there. This video is not sponsored. I bought these boxes with my own money. I did genuinely subscribe for 3 months, and the Paper Club don't even know that I'm making this video. So if you're from the Paper Club, hi, thanks for making cool stuff. If you're interested in the Paper Club subscription box, I will make sure all the info, what a great word, not the right one. I'll make sure all the info is in the description box down below so you can find everything that you need to know. If you subscribe before the end of the month, you can get in there for their Lavender Wonderland box, which will ship out in August. So let me know how it is, because I want to live vicariously, because I'm not subscribed for next month. Fair warning, if you're not based in Australia and maybe potentially New Zealand, I don't know, I looked on their website and it's inconclusive about where these guys actually ship to. I'm based in Australia, they're based in Australia, in Alexandria, New South Wales, 2015, I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in Sydney. So what was it that made me click subscribe in this situation? So I was getting these ads for this, I think it's at Australia's Premier stationery box subscription, which I don't think there's that many, so it's not too hard to be Australia's Premier stationery box subscription service. This right down here in the corner, supporter of Oz Harvest, that's what got me. So let me read you a little bit from the Paper Club's website. They say, our goal is not only to spark motivation and refresh your space with brilliant stationery, but also give you a great deal in the process, with each box containing 5+ pieces of fantastic stationery items of high value. I mean, yeah, 5 or more pieces of high quality stationery a month absolutely suits me. And the pricing for these boxes is super reasonable. It's $19.95 Australian, which, just to give you some context, is currently about $13.81 US. Pretty affordable, and that's including shipping, so you know, you really can't complain on the price point here. But Oz Harvest, let's get to that part. For every box sold, Paper Club donate money to Oz Harvest, Australia's leading food rescue organisation. They save surplus food from ending up in landfill and deliver it to charities that help feed people in need. So not only do I get stationery, Oz Harvest gets to feed some people who are struggling to get food for themselves. So not a bad deal. Each month has a different theme. The 3 months that I subscribed for were the Counting Stars box. They put stickers on the outside that relate to what you're getting. Dalmatian Dance and Under the Sea, which just makes me think of the dance from Back to the Future, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm like, that's kind of nice. It's a decent sized box too, like my head for reference. A5 bullet journal for another reference. I was definitely coming at this from a bullet journal headspace because that's how I engage with my stationery the most. I do think this maybe could be better for someone who is not necessarily fully focused on bullet journal, is a general stationery lover. This bullet journaling system just works so well for me that I'm like super loyal to it, and I don't especially like to stray. But if you are someone who just likes to have greeting cards, cool notepads, sometimes like enamel pins and stuff like that, I think this box would be kind of perfect for you, actually. Of course, I did record the unboxing process for each of the 3 months. So let's see what's inside. Okay, first time ever opening a Paper Club subscription box, let alone any subscription box. They've got their mention of Oz Harvest again on the inside. It's actually not a very expensive subscription, so it's pretty cool that they can get 2 people fed on each box. We've got some lovely light yellow tissue paper, which I will be keeping. and putting in my journal probably. Oh, cute. Enamel pin. I could definitely put that on a denim jacket. I have one that I have a little collection on. Brave enough to be myself. Celestial style and color palette. So I might end up putting some of this stuff in my journal, thoughts and feelings journal, which is this one, which one might argue is also celestial themed. I like that. I might stick this in my journal too, or I might cut these out and use them as stickers. This is a little info book, some little gift tags. That's a bit sweet. I will probably also stick those in my journal rather than putting them on gifts. What's this? Oh, tea. Sugar-free tangy fruit blend with apple, orange peel, rosehip and hibiscus flowers. Yum. Oh, great as iced tea. That sounds delicious. I love tea. So I love that that is included. Oh, there's a survey for a free gift. Now, what have we got here? Oh, a writing set. Whenever I see this kind of design, I just always think of Canva, which is not a bad thing. Like this, I guess, is fairly short run printing stuff that they're doing here. So if it is made in Canva, no hate. I make stuff in Canva too. You could cut this top part off and use these as stickers or stick the whole thing down in your bullet journal. You could do the same thing with like these parts, texture, little certain writing sections, stick with the whole envelope in as well. Actually, I might do that in a setup that I've got coming soon, which you will probably have already seen by the time this video goes up. So that's cute, little writing set, 8 sheets with envelopes. And then this is the last thing in this little jute bag, Hessian canvas bag. Words are hard. Ooh. Angel cards, okay, interesting. So the self-care thing, I am not really a very spiritual person. I don't do a lot of like the universe trusting. I just sort of do stuff. Daily inspirations and affirmations. Oh, there's fluff on my nail. Pack of 28, created by the Paper Club. So interesting thing here, when I think of this sort of thing, I guess just because I'm a paper nerd, but this is a fairly light cardstock. I would kind of want this sort of thing to be a bit tougher, but again, short run, they're making small amounts of these things. Being an old soul is often mistaken for being a rather dull, seemingly all-knowing person. In reality, a truly experienced person knows that borrowing and even aspiring to having some childlike qualities is the wisest thing one can do. Interesting. Yeah, this just isn't really my thing, but I mean, they're cute. They could be fun for maybe, once again, maybe I'd be including these in here. This is my journal where I like write down what I'm thinking about. So maybe they'll go in there. Their box for next month is Dalmatian Dance. That's the name of the theme. I don't think they can get too woo-woo with something called Dalmatian Dance. So I'm interested to see what next month will offer. As far as how bullet journal friendly is this stuff? Yes, that's just life friendly. You can't really go wrong with that. You could absolutely stick those in your bullet journal if you'd like to. Likewise that's really cute. I'm a little underwhelmed. I'm not disappointed. I'm interested to see what next month brings. Hey cuties, it's Paper Club month 2. This one's called Dalmatian Dance. What do we got here this time? Little cards, okay, you can. That's the info about this box. Oh. The Dalmatian Dance June box is a unique one. A lot of our past boxes have centered around self-care and me time, which is always so needed, let's be honest. This time, however, we've decided to shake it up by putting together a collection of stunning stationery goodies that will help your gifts pop. This box is sure to keep all animal lovers entertained, organized, and looking cute. Adorable. Okay, what do we got? This looks like a tote bag. Oh, cute. Okay, that's smart. A Paper Club tote bag with the Dalmatian print on it, because who's not gonna carry around a tote bag? That's easy, like free advertising. Although, I mean, it doesn't tell you what the Paper Club is, but people who like paper might look it up. Got some cute tissue paper. Oh yes, this is fun. Okay, this is the kind of stuff that I can see myself like tearing up and putting in my bullet journal, especially because it's so thin. So there's a few sheets here. Polka dots, a solid black. This is smart packaging, giving people ways to make their gifts prettier. Very smart. Oh, a little notebook. Okay, I get that this is short run stuff. Oh, it's dotted. Okay, I was about to say that it wasn't very good, and then I opened it and it was dotted, and I was like, okay, they've considered their audience, haven't they? You can tell it's a very cheaply made little notebook, but that doesn't mean that it's not still gonna be helpful in your life. Like, that's great. What's this? I'm guessing that wasn't supposed to be bent. Oh, is this origami paper? How to make a little dog. That's really cute. That's very clever. QR code to watch a video, or you can find the instructions on their blog. Kind of sucks that it's bent, because that does make it harder to origami. To be honest, probably not going to use that to make an origami dog. I'm probably going to use it in my bullet journal, because origami paper is nice and thin. One of my favorite ways to put paper in my bullet journal is origami. Some ribbon. Okay, that makes sense. That's what this is. Can I be honest with you? I don't do fluoro. I don't do like high-vis colors. But you know, if it's for a gift, I might give it to someone who does like colors that I don't like. We got a pen too to match. It's a gel pen. Should we test it out? Let's test it on the origami instructions. Oh, she is fluoro as heck. Do you know what? If you had like a black page bullet journal, that would actually be probably pretty great. I can't see myself using it a lot just because of the color, but that doesn't mean it's not a wonderful inclusion to have. I'm enjoying this box more than last month's, so that's fun. Then we've got an art print, it looks like, at the bottom. Better an oops than a what if. Oh, that's on like fine art paper too. That's really nice, on like a thicker card. That's cute, I like it. Not really my colors, but that's okay. Looks like it's maybe an A4 size, so it'd probably be pretty easy to like put it in a certificate frame or something like that. Okay, this is cute, I like it. Bit more impressed than last month. All right, it is July and we're gonna open up the Under the Sea box, so this should be interesting. I actually did a little collaboration with the Washi tape shop recently that this would have been perfect for. I wish I'd had it then. Okay. We got some blue, dabba dee, dabba die. Calmness is the cradle of power. Josiah Gilbert Holland. Interesting quote. During this cold season, it's very simple to yearn for that summer sea with its captivating, refreshing breeze and the sun's mellow touch on the skin. It is winter here in Australia, in case you didn't realise, right now, the middle of July. Decided to dedicate the July box to an Under the Sea theme, to keep you motivated by reminding you of the warmer days ahead. I like winter, so I don't need to know about the warmer days ahead, but I like the ocean theme. With the new matching marker and planner, you will be all set to tackle the second half of the year with no problem. Oh, okay, well, shall we just cut to the chase? Oh, there's some good stuff in this. Oh, there's some good stuff in this. Okay, so we've got a weekly planner. This is one of those, it's like a pad. This is basically what I have open on my desk in my weeklies, in my bullet journal. Don't quite think this will fit in an A5 page. Oh, maybe, actually, if you took off a little at the top and a little at the bottom, cut it here and like here, that could actually fit in a journal and that could just act as your weekly. So that's actually pretty freaking great. All right, okay. That's cool, I like that a lot. We've got an enamel pin, that's adorable. Little fishy, sort of love that, yeah. Enamel pin included. Oh, is it a card? That's a $10 card. Blank inside, oh. I know that one of the things Candlebark Creations do, well, the Paper Club generally, is greeting cards, and they have a greeting card box that comes with a bunch of different cards for different occasions. Rather like this. So, I mean, that's always good. I am the kind of person who likes to have greeting cards on hand. The pin has kind of damaged the envelope a little in the back of the card, but I'm sure that's fine. So if you had somebody who was a fish lover, I mean, the just keep swimming message is a little bit difficult. Is that a card you give to someone who's having a hard time? But which is a nice sentiment. I'm just like, I feel like people I know don't give cards so much. I do, but so much everyone else. Okay, so that's, if these are $10 cards each, that's $20 value right there, and I only paid $19.95 for the box. I think they're getting better. This is a very gift-oriented little bag. Okay, premium quality gift bags with tissue paper. So it's matching, so you can have a gorgeous little presentation for a small gift here. That's really cool. A highlighter? Oh, it's hard to get the lid off. All right, that doesn't snap onto the back. That's fine. I don't need it to, but I like when it does. I don't want to test this out in my current journal, so I'm gonna just draw in the back of my old one. Oh, okay, that's a really dark kind of lavender. It's bordering on navy. It's a little purple. I have no idea how to describe that color, but it's nice. Is it bleeding? No, doesn't appear to be. That's good. These look exciting to me. Envelope seal stickers. I wouldn't use them to seal envelopes probably, but I would use them in my journal. As we know, that is the point of all this. We've got a couple of sweet little swing tags. You can attach to a gift, I guess, or use them as Christmas decorations, I guess, if you want, because they're shiny and you can hang that on a tree. This is the best box that I have received in the 3 months that I have been subscribing. So that's quite impressive. Also, this color's great. I will be keeping this tissue paper and potentially incorporating that into my journal at some point. I love that fishy. I don't think I would give that to anyone. I think I would just keep that pin for myself. Wow. Wow. All right, back to you, me. So I think it's pretty clear to see that the stuff is improving. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think the boxes got better as we went through over the course of those 3 months. I do kind of wish I'd been subscribed for December because their December box looks really fun, full of Christmas things, and I might even consider resubscribing just for that month. I'd actually be interested to see what was in their first few boxes when they started doing this. I'm not entirely certain when they started shipping out subscription boxes monthly, but their first Instagram post is from the 2nd of April 2020, and that post says they're a new monthly letterbox subscription box made by Candlebark Creations. Can't wait to give our subscribers a chance to enjoy a matching medley of beautiful stationery each month. I do think the ocean one is my favorite so far. I'm not gonna continue subscribing for the foreseeable future, partly because it's not perfect for bullet journaling, and I'm sure there is a specifically for bullet journaling option out there that I'd like to give a try to, and also partly because I want to try some other subscription boxes. I know Archer and Olive have one. Actually, if you know of any subscription boxes that you think I should try and also make a video on, please let me know in the description down below, because I need help. There's so much out there that I know I haven't come across yet, and I want to try everything, and I want to have all of the stationery, all of it. Or at least what will fit in my drawers. I am a little sad that I'm not subscribed for next month because it seems to be my color scheme. It's called Lavender Wonderland, and it's kind of inspired by colors refracting off crystals, and I think that looks really pretty, but I told myself, no, I'm gonna subscribe to something else, so let me know what you want me to subscribe to. And I'll do it, if I want to. I'm not gonna make any promises. So who do I think the Paper Club stationery subscription box is good for? I think if you write letters to people, if you have pen pals, oh my God, absolutely, this would be a great fit for you. Of course, if you just like stationery and you want to get something every month. Do you remember what I was talking about, how I liked the Lucky Dip kind of thing that Shein have going on with their stationery, where they have a range of things available from the one item and it's random which one you get? This is like that, month to month on a bigger scale, and it's fun. It's really fun. I also think it could be really good from a bullet journaling perspective, or whatever other aspect of stationery it is that you're interested in getting into. If you're new to the world of stationery and you don't have a collection, you're interested in starting to build one, because you're gonna get varied stationery. Your collection's gonna build up over time. You'll have lots to work with, and hopefully you'll have a good time being surprised by it every month. I think it could be a really good starting point. Thank you so much for joining me for my little review of the Paper Club and their stationery subscription box. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, of course, please do subscribe and follow along for more stationery adventures with me. I am announcing my giveaway winner tomorrow, so keep an eye on my page. I'll probably put a post up, just like a community post about that. And if you entered that competition with Stationery Pal, please do keep an eye on your replies, because I will write back to the comment of the winner. And I haven't been responding to comments on that video so that I don't get confused and lose things, because YouTube's back end can be a bit strange. I mean, I'll be responding to a lot of comments, but hopefully maybe you're the winner. I don't know, we'll have to see. I post new videos here on YouTube every Monday, but if you'd like to hang out with me sooner than next Monday, you can find me on Instagram. I am at erinsmith.art, and we can hang out sooner than then on stories and posts and reels and all that good stuff. Thank you again for being here. I hope you learned something from this video. If you try out the Paper Club, or if you've already been using their subscription boxes for a while, let me know which is your favorite, what you think, what drew you in. I just want to talk about stationery. Let's just chat. I'll catch you again in another video soon. Bye.